This is the Akron News Now update. I'm Lindsay McCoy. A very busy morning for Akron firefighters as they were battling blazes just 100 yards within each other.
The homes are located about 100 yards from each other. Akron fire officials say the home at 52 Detroit started in the basement and was contained in about an hour. AFD officials suspect arson in the case of this blaze. The wrecking ball was busy at work at 1474 Englewood, taking down the home that caught fire early this morning. The house is located in an industrial area next to Interstate 76. The home was attached to a warehouse next door. The Englewood fire forced the closing of the General Street exit ramp during morning rush hour when firefighters were battling the flames. Joe Jastrzemski, Akron News Now.
A 13-year-old boy is dead after he fell off his bicycle. The Summit County Medical Examiner's Office is investigating his death. He was not wearing a helmet. And Kent State Police have made an arrest in connection with the robberies on campus. 23-year-old Benjamin Clevidence of Loudonville, Ohio, was arrested Thursday afternoon in connection with the Kent State robberies. In this photo posted on AkronNewsNow.com, he is the man in the blue shirt. Police are still looking for other suspects. The other suspects are also in the picture posted. Anyone with information is asked to call Kent State Police or Kent City Police. Well, it's going to be a busy holiday weekend on the roadways. AAA expects millions of families to be on the roads. AAA says 39 million people will be traveling this holiday weekend. That number is down from last year, but AAA Vice President Kevin Thomas doesn't blame the recession for the number. He expects people to travel up to 700 miles away from home this weekend. On the heels of the September primary, at-large Councilman John Conte and Mike Williams held a rally to gain voter support in Akron. Akron News Now's Aaron Coleman has more.
Hundreds of people gathered at the Get Out the Vote rally for Councilmen John Conte and Mike Williams. Akron resident Linda Brown talked about what leadership Conte and Williams bring.
Came up with the, when they had to fight against that utility coming in here selling off the water system, that scholarship type thing. I was pleased with that when they came through with that.
Akron resident Alan Killings talked about what Mike Williams means to him.
What brings you to the Mike Williams and John Conte rally today?
Well, support Mike Williams, just like a son to me. Been knowing him all my life. Good man.
What brought you to the John Conte and Mike Williams rally today?
Well, I served on a board with Councilman Williams years ago called Imagine Akron, and he was always treated me well. And I think he's done great things for the community. And when I called him, he's always been helpful, being a mentor, giving me advice. So I figured, I want to come down here and show my support.
We had an excellent turnout today. Had at least a couple hundred people come through. We start off at 4:30, and we feel very loved.
We need as many folks to come out and exercise their right to vote.
Aaron Coleman, Akron News Now.
On Friday morning, Akron Mayor Don Plusquellic stopped by the 1590 WAKR Ray Horner Morning Show to talk about the upcoming primary.
And then we want to be as fair as we can, and we want to present Citizens for Akron's point of view from the literature that went out from Citizens for Akron. And Mayor, let's pick up where we left off. We're going to try to give you as many minutes as we gave those two individuals last week, but certainly share pertaining to the literature with those gentlemen and for Citizens for Akron. You're now taking a leadership role as legally you are allowed to now.
Right, and basically as the spokesperson, although I've not attended meetings, but I know the issues. And one is that they claim, oh my gosh, we weren't involved in the recall. Well, actually, Mr. Williams went and spoke to a group of ministers and told them that they should support the recall because they might not realize, but he's next in line to be mayor, which really has no bearing in law or in fact. Mr. Conte knows that there have been numerous things that Mr. Williams has said to other council members when he tried to take over of the presidency, and they were untruths at the time, and he was called on it, and he admitted it. I was in the caucus when he shook his head that yes, he had, in fact, said things that weren't true as he called council members, many of whom he had never talked to, never called, never provided the leadership. The issue in city council is that there are new councilmen coming in all the time, especially in the ward races, in the ward seats. And what council at large positions are supposed to be is a citywide leadership position. And quite frankly, these two individuals have really never provided that kind of leadership that you look to.
And you can watch more of the mayor's interview in its entirety on AkronNewsNow.com. The newest section of the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail will be unveiled today. It floats over the Summit Lake. It was officially dedicated. This marks the beginning of Bike Week in Akron, something families will probably enjoy over the holiday weekend. Well, if you have a news tip or a story idea, just shoot us an email. It's news@rcrg.net. You can also follow our updates on Facebook and on Twitter. Continue to follow AkronNewsNow.com for the latest local news online on demand now. For Akron News Now, I'm Lindsay McCoy.